Spatula Bachelor, and tonight we're going out to the bars because this little boy is a little bit poor. We're going to be pre-gaming not just the drinks, but the food too, because that will actually be what kills us. So,
Yeah.
Shotgun that
let's have
beer.
some bots.
Shotgun that pizza.
Shotgun something, Jerry. There we go. God, that was disgusting. This is Spatula Bachelor, and we're going to be making some food. Let's get cooking. What was that? How did you get that in there? When did you get that in there?
You guys weren't eating the cups too? That.
Today we're going to be making pretzel buns, fried mac and cheese, and sliders. Click the annotation to go right to it. Starting with the pretzel buns, mix 1 packet of yeast with 1.5 cups of warm water. Then let set for about 3 or 4 minutes. Watch as your lazy friends do not help you cook and just let you do it all on your own. Also, add 1 tablespoon of sugar once your yeast has finished bubbling and getting set up. Break up any clumps and bubbles of yeast that you may see popping up. It's not a problem, but just don't want it to be all dry. Once the sugar is dissolved, add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Then begin adding in your 4 cups of flour. Do it slowly and make sure to mix each one together. Also make sure that you have a full enough container to hold all 4 cups along with your liquid. I didn't, so I had to very slowly mix everything. Once all of your flour and wet ingredients are mixed together, just start kneading it together and picking up any flour or bits that fall off. The best way to knead this dough is to fold it in on itself and then press it down so it sticks together. Then turn it 90 degrees, fold it over, and press it down again. This makes sure that everything is combined and that there are no lumps of dry ingredients hiding in the dough. This dough is good for a lot of things, even if you don't want to make pretzel bites. You can make big, soft pretzels, or rolls, or even pretzel breadsticks if you want to. It's really versatile. Once your dough is kneaded and sticky all over, you can cut it up into segments to make it easier to make uniform balls. Roll your balls up and make sure that there are no lumps or large creases before rolling them into the egg wash and placing them in your pan. You're just going to want to use a plain baking pan with tin foil or parchment paper placed down, ungreased. For your egg wash, just beat 1 egg in a bowl. Remember to leave about a 1/2 inch in between each ball so that they don't stick together when they cook in the oven. Once you have your pan filled with pretzel bites, you can place it into your oven at 425 for around 10 to 15 minutes or until it's brown on top. If you want to be a bit more golden, you can melt some butter and pour it on top after it has been cooking for about 10 minutes. Now for our honey mustard sauce. We're just going to be mixing together all the ingredients, so we're going to need some mayo, lemon, mustard, honey, and finally some deli mustard with horseradish. Just mix that all together and it's ready to be dipped into. Once your buns are done cooking, take them out of the pan and pull them off the tin foil. Let them cool for a few minutes and then you can eat them. And now we're gonna quickly go back over to our home kitchen to make some mac and cheese bites because I didn't have time to make them when I was up in Indiana. Start by making your mac and cheese just however your box or your own recipe says to make it. Then take a few spoonfuls and make them into pucks or small piles onto a baking sheet covered in parchment paper. Place your pucks or bites into the freezer and let them freeze for about an hour until they're really solid. Next, you're going to need 3 bowls with plain flour, 1 egg beaten, and some panko breading. Dip your bites in that order into the bowls and make sure to coat them completely during each step so that everything will stick and be completely crunchy all over. If your egg wash is a little bit too thick and not sticking well, you can add some water in to thin it out and that'll help it stick onto the mac and cheese bites. Heat up some oil and place your bites in. It's easier if you have enough oil to completely cover them, but if you don't, it can also work. You just need to make sure to move each side so that it's completely cooked. You're going to want to cook these for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side if you've made little balls like mine, or about 4 to 5 minutes if you've made more uniform pucks. Once the bites are browned on all sides, place them onto a paper towel to soak up some of the excess oil, and then you can eat them. It tastes really good with either the honey mustard sauce or even just some ketchup. And finally, back to Indiana to make our delicious and quick sliders. Start by taking your meat and forming it into a thin circular patty. I just used some lean ground beef to make these sliders and they came out really great. Once you place them in the pan, season your sliders with sea salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and pepper. Then let them cook for about 4 minutes on each side if you like them very red like I do, or about 6 to 8 minutes if you like them a little bit more medium rare or done. Flip your sliders over and put the cheese and any toppings you'd like to add on. I just wanted some straight onions. Then place your top and bottom bun right on top. This will help everything melt and stay together. Once you start seeing some melty piles of cheese underneath your sliders, they're probably ready. Take the top bun and then move the rest of the slider off of the pan into a plate. Then use the top bun to pull off any of the melted cheese that's stuck onto the spatula and plate it.
And there we go. We made some great pub food and now we're going to get trashed before we go to the bar. And we won't die because we have food. We got some great pretzel.
Hopefully.
Exactly. Pretzel buns. Sliders, a horrible attempt at a crunchy corn dog, which has basically just become a crunchy corn dog shell. Oh, that's so good. So join us next week in Spatula Bachelor, when we will be done with our magical adventure to Indiana.
You seasoning all this?
Yeah, put some garlic and salt and pepper.
It's really good.
Yeah. I'm glad it's not undercooked because there was a definite chance.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, if you want to get into it.
Okay.
It's still recording.
Okay.
Oh yeah, check us out.
We're Toastapalooza. Check out our page to see some crazy videos like this. It's buffering.
It was full of candy right before I went to the bathroom.
Nope. There's no There's no
Are
candy
you
in
okay,
there.
man? You don't look too well.
Well, we spoiled a lot.